I was only 9 years old. I loved Shrek so much. I had all his merchandise and movies. Welcome, newcomers. My name is Nathan Beckert, and as for today, we are reading Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. So, go ahead and sit, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and listen to this abomination, if you will. Because I just don't give a fuck. The world is just a fucking comedy. And people just make jokes out of everything they see. Including video games, but we're gonna talk about that in the next video. I pray to Shrek every night before bed, thanking him the life I've been given. Wait, so he is your fucking god? He is your fucking god. All this time he was bowing in your hands and knees, and you were fucking praying to the Lord, the ogre Shrek. Wow, Shrek is Drek. Let's read some more, shall we? Shrek is love, I say, Shrek is life. My dad hears me and calls me a faggot. I knew he was just jealous of my devotion for Shrek, so I called him a cunt. My dad slaps me and sends me to my room. I'm crying now and my face hurts. While I lay in bed, I feel a warmth moving towards me. It's Shrek. I'm so happy. Wait, hold up. You know what, let's just keep reading. I'm so happy. He whispers in my ear, this is my swamp. He grabs me with his powerful ogre hands and puts me on my hands and knees. I'm ready. I spread my ass cheeks for Shrek. Spread my ass cheeks for Shrek. He penetrates my butthole. It hurts so much, but I'll do it for Shrek. I feel my ass tearing while my eyes start to water. I push against his force. I want to please Shrek. He roars a mighty roar while he fills my butt with his love. My dad walks in. Shrek looks him straight in the eye and says it's all ogre now. He leaves through my window. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Damn. Wow. I got nothing to say whatsoever. Yeah. You guys could just say whatever the fuck you want, but literally, this was on YouTube. I think it still is, but from a different user. But yeah, it's fucked. I mean, literally, the Shrek movie, how it starts is the Shrek. He's looking for an answer, a way to get the magic creatures out of the swamp, because literally Lord Farquaad scared them, and now they have no place to call home, so they stay at the ogre's place, and Shrek doesn't like that, so he goes to Lord Farquaad. There's a mission for him by getting his girlfriend or whatever, right? The Fiona, that he thinks that actually is more beautiful. So when Shrek gets her, she has a little dark secret that she could shift towards ogre towards nightfall. But here's the hole in the story of how it's so fucking stupid. She's an ogre, so if she loves Shrek, why can't just tell him and he would fully understand? So he would just come at Lord Farquaad's door and kick his ass. He's a fucking ogre, for crying out loud. But Lord Farquaad, Shrek, and all this, and this has to be story, the plot, the script, and everything. It has to be long. So yes, I think somebody crashed into a light pole or some shit. I don't even know. I heard a big loud noise outside my door. So yes. Anyways, though, Shrek 2, oh boy, Shrek 2 is the one that started it all, got everybody focused on into the genre. Shrek and Fiona, no, I think they get married in the first one. That's when they, the second one is when they visit Fiona's parents, and Prince Charming tries to split Shrek and Fiona up, by giving a love potion or some kind of, but there's happy memories at the end, and the godmother gets killed. And the third one, the son gets killed or whatever. He's a villain as well. and he gets mad, and he gets all the villains together. The frog dies. Used to be the king, but it's a lot of story. And then the fourth one throws the fourth wall element of going towards complete fucking retard. I mean, literally, this is like goes up towards the roof, upper, and like literally, why would you pick? Oh, I want to be alone. I don't want to be a family man anymore. I just want to have my swamp back. What in the actual? So you don't want to be a dad? That's a full responsibility. Literally. But here's Shrek's story, and we need a script, and we need a plot, and he goes back in time, and that little midget dwarf freak is fucking king of Far, Far Away, or whatever you can call it. But yeah, Far, Far, Far Away is sort of like a Hollywood, but yeah. Anyways, people were just making these parodies, Gmod videos, or whatever, and they just thought it would be fucking hilarious, including how butt ugly Shrek truly is. But what did I say? But it's fans. What they do is they're kids, right? And they get older, right? But they're still stuck on Shrek. You know what I mean? Like middle-aged men that still lived at their parents' house, can't afford a job, they don't have an education. So what do? They think of something stupid to make, and it truly works. Well, most of the time. Yeah, it's just it goes uphill really, truly fast, because now these days, back then it was different. 1970, about 19th century, there was no social media, no online, but now people can make whatever the fuck they want, including me, making my own video of what I think of the YT stupidity of the franchise. So yeah, there's also games. I think Shrek the Third was a better game. I don't know, but it's not really a game I play over and over, so I just skipped that one. I picked 4 games from my PS2 collection. I got mad for some reason, just broke my consoles, but yeah, it's just family issues. Yeah, we all fucking get mad. Like video game nerd, or like how to basic, or like filthy Frank, or like whatever you fucking call it, Jugger Nuggets. My god. Including that Asian guy that gets so fucking mad he just broke his window, or rage at games. Including the guy with the katana. We all get mad. We all make noise. We throw rocks. This caveman, he didn't know what to do. He was yelling at his friend back and forth. It was a back and forth game, right? So he got a big old rock and he threw it. You see? Make a lot of noise. Break stuff. Or get into fights. We're like animals. Just to be honest, over my curiosity, we all have these fetishes. We all get mad. We all do stuff, but there's stuff in life that you have to learn how to accept. And like, if you have to learn to accept, like there's some people that, some people can't live in society. There's some that can, you know, being an artist, drawing, doing what a normal person does. Like literally, it's better than going out in a store of what I see those other YouTubers do, getting themselves arrested while throwing stuff off the counters and stuff. I do not know how Brendan Rodgers gets away with it though. Maybe he has a certain contract at the store. Who the fuck knows? But maybe he has a lot of money. Like literally, he has a bunch of money. Like when I first like the last time I looked him up, he's really a triple X store salesman. Like no shit, dog. It's like insane. But yeah. But here's the line. So if we're under the line, we're okay. We go over the line, there's a problem. you see? And like how everybody acts. When you're outside, look around first. You see how everybody's acting? Good. Stay that way. Act like how a normal person acts. And like with you just acting like a complete fucking imbecile, you know? And like pretty soon, like if you're gonna keep fucking up your life, you're gonna become an animal forever. Sort of like there's these pets, pet shelters, animal shelters, you know? Keep biting and scratching. No shit. Like, they treat us like animals in there. Because we belong in there, because look at how we act. Starting gangs, wannabes, going back and forth towards the streets, doing things to make your wannabe gangs happy. Like, this shit, like, literally, man, like, that's not the way how you live life. There's plans, there's goals, there's opportunity. So what you have to do, what you fucking have to do is look, so if I do this, what's gonna be for me after? Like saying, for example, going to school, like being friends with a girl. Let me think about that. Let's just work on my career first, and going into college, and then thinking about what kind of job, thinking about the house first, and then both of us move in, and then we get married, and then we make a family. People don't think about that. They're wild, and they just do whatever. Like as parents, they have to teach, but it's harder these days. Like back and forth, running all around, wannabes, getting into drugs, all this shit. It's just crazy. Including there's this guy that destroyed a subway, and he was in his 20s. He did this for views, for attention. There's this guy that destroyed a GameStop because Fallout 76, he didn't get his full refund. It's insane. I'm telling you, man. This is not outside behavior. It's not one person, a whole army. Sort of like 007, like you, as for one person, or out for all these people. No, that's not how the world works. You see, God, he sort of like made a little story for us. Maybe Jesus doesn't really exist, but it's a story that matters. Like there's sins, they're keeping everybody together, what's right and what's wrong. I believe in sort of a thing like if we work together as a group, then once we die, then we'll have our opportunity to be our own God. But we're being fellow people right now, like everyone else. This is we're living up to a God. Now, after we pass the opportunity, we become our own God in our own universe, sort of like Minecraft. Now, what I'm saying is we have to follow the laws. Now, if we break the laws, then we'll the runaways, and of course, later on, we have to turn ourselves in. Don't care if it's a life sentence behind bars or death row. Once you're in there, a life sentence behind bars, then God forgives you. It's common sense, because what God wants, like, there's a lot of stuff happening now. There's gay rights now. That's a good thing. Even there's no slaves, no people getting wrong treated. Like, and all this bad stuff that was back then, including beheading with axes, or hanging people, or torturing people. There's more stuff. There's laws, there's courts, there's rules now. The government, even the government has to go by. So the God up there is now babying us. People didn't have an opportunity back then, but now we're like babies. Look, as adults, we don't have to get a job. Like, literally, we could live off the government, or in fact, if we're too incapable, maybe we could live in sort of like a one of those fancy group homes, or like if your family still wants to keep you, middle-aged man. It's a thing, yeah, living with the family because they're too Down syndrome, too retarded, or whatever that word is, ADHD, autism, what Rain Man has. You know the drill, like literally and physically. And there are things like, say, if your mom passes, there are other opportunities. If you are going by what the rules are and doing what you're supposed to be doing, then probably your siblings will take in and take care of you. Still, my life is like a zigzag, up and down, up and down. I have issues too. Everybody has issues. Now I'm talking about whoever made these animations, these parodies or whatever. There's these demonic fetishes, including, if God wanted this shit down, do you think it would be already down by the government? Or so, to be honest, furries, people in fursuits, GBQ communities, it's not a sin. Don't be shameful over your sexuality or who you are, because you are you. So whatever you are, even if you, like, say, had a bad past, including like people that rapists, murders, or like in the army, killing millions of people. Like, saying, for example, like there's people that are runaways, really bad past or whatever, right? Once they turn themselves in, you know how bad the people talk, say, oh, they should go to hell. They're living in the hell, but at least they didn't run away from the law. There's people sort of like Three from Hell. Well, it could be back then, because now it's not even possible outrun from the police, because there would be wanted posters and they would catch you not even a second. They catch almost anybody that is harmful to society. But what I'm saying is Three from Hell. They're killers, they're rapists, and they go through the cities. They go to Mexico, do whatever the fuck they want to. And they're not accepting to turn themselves in. They're already agreeing that they're a Satanist. They're against God. And what God is like wanting us to do is just for all of us to work together as a community. That's why there's a book called the Bible. Of course it's shenanigans, because every Bible is different and churches, different rules and all, etc. But let's just put it all on our heads. Okay, so there's one person, one fucking person. I mean, like, literally one person. You could think whatever you think, but just don't spread it, Whatever you think is wrong, it's wrong. Whatever you think is right, it's right. What you think is a sin is a sin. If you don't think there's nothing's a sin, and you think it's part of Mother Nature, we're all wild animals, then, but if you know how to act in a society, then that's good. But if it's nature and we're wild animals and you actually do it. Now, here's the thing. If it's in your head, but you know better not to do it, that matters. Actions. Actions is the big problem. Don't do it, even if it's in your head. Even if you think you're at war with everyone. I know it's a stressful... Look, the world is a devil's playground. I know there's going to be something that... There's this fight going on and something tells you do this big scene out of nowhere. It could cost you life. Snap of a finger, you could ruin your life. Like think, oh, I should just get a spray can and a lighter and just spray the lighter onto someone's hair. Just that little thought that triggers you. Whatever's in front of you. If there's a spray can, lighter in your pocket because you're a smoker, hairspray, you know? Just thinking of a little thing. Or like grabbing whatever's close to you and throwing it at someone. There you go. You lost your life. At least you could get it back by turning yourself in. You see? You could think whatever you want, including if you didn't do nothing wrong. You see? But if you do the action, you have to go by what? It's the whole picture. The whole fucking picture. Back then, knights and kings, kingdoms, or whatever. It's a society. People lived. There's a whole community. There are rules. There's always got to be rules, including being in a truck driving. You're going to think it's fun and everything, but there's going to be some things that you're going to hate. Every place that you go, you're going to just not going to like. And that's the truth, right then and there. Alright, this video got a little long because I started talking about Shrek, then it was starting to talk about religion. And I'm thinking, I think it's a good thing that I got this all down in recording. Peace.